Hi, today we're doing Yecheskel. We're up to Perek Lamed Bet 32. This year, like all of our shiurim, is for the merit and aliyah of Rachaleh Bas Rav Chaim Tzvi. Vahi b'shtei esrei shana, was in the 12th year. Ke b'shnei asar chodesh, the 12th month, be'echad l'chodesh on the first day. Hayad devar Hashem elai lemor, Hashem spoke to me saying. So the 12th year of what? The 12th year of Tzidkiyahu. Now, since the previous prophecy was in the 11th year, and it was before the destruction, this is in the 12th year, and it was after the destruction. So it means everything that we spoke about last time, obviously was we didn't learn from it, or we didn't learn from it enough. Now you would think it's over, the Mikdash is gone, it's too late. But that's not what we're going to see in this Perek. We're going to see is that Hashem tells Yecheskel to continue with his theme, which is talking about the fall of Mitzrayim. In the middle of our own downfall, we have to use their downfall as the living allegory to where we should go from there and what caused this, so that we could change. Ben Adam, human being, Sakina al Paro, say a lament on Paro, Melech Mitzrayim, the king of Egypt. V'amarta elav, and say about him, Kfir Gayim nidmeta, you were like a young lion amongst the nations. V'ata ketanim biyamim, and you were like the crocodile in the sea. V'tigach benaroteha, and you went out and attacked with your rivers. V'tidlach mayim baraglecha, and you dirtied the water with your feet. V'tirpos narotam, and you tread on their rivers. What's going on here? So this comparison. So Rashi says that Hashem is telling Paro, look at what you could have been and who you could have been. It isn't as though Hashem gave him a destiny that was so meaningless and so small. To quote Rashi, you should have stayed in your own waters, as do fish, and not to go out into dry land. But you were proud in your heart, and you compared to yourself to a lion. It wasn't enough for you to be the crocodile, the amphibious beast that was the symbol of Egypt. The Paro himself, when he said, as we learned 2 prakim ago, I am the Nile. That wasn't enough. You wanted to conquer lands as well. Meaning, whatever Hashem gave you was not enough. So you went out with your rivers. What does this mean? Okay, you went out to flood the whole world with your definition of self. You learned nothing from Ashur, we're saying. And you spread your filth wherever you went. What kind of filth did Egypt spread? We said that they were sophisticated and advanced civilization. What are we talking about filth? So we're talking about their spiritual imprint. The imprint, again, as we said many times, pera, defining everything negatively. Everything as being absent of meaning and goodness. Orif, everything fantasy-oriented. You spread it wherever you went. Ko amar Hashem Elokim, thus Hashem says, Aparasti alecha et rishti, I spread out my net over you, bekahalam, amongst the community of peoples, Rabbi many. Valucha bechermi, and I'm going to draw you up with my net. Meaning you're going to be singled out amongst all of the nations because of the effect you had upon them. I'll scatter you and abandon you upon the earth. The word lintosh means both to scatter and to abandon, on the face of the earth. And I'll throw you, Vishkanti alecha kol of hashamayim, and I'll cause all of the birds of the heaven to rest on you. Meaning all of the minor nations will pick at your carcass. They'll draw their energy from you. Vishpati mimcha chayas chol haaretz, but I'll stop all of the beasts of the field, meaning the sophisticated nations will no longer take you as an example. V'natati et besarcha el haarim, I'll put your flesh upon the mountains. Umaleti hagayot romatecha, I'll fill the valleys with what was thrown off from you. Okay, so what does this mean? It means that midrashically, there'll be mountains made of the corpses of your people. So today when you visit Egypt, what's the biggest tourist attraction? The pyramids, their celebration of death. So the reason why they celebrated death in ancient times was they thought that they could, through their black magic,